Episode 60 brings us a dumb birthday game from October 21st, 1995. I've titled this Wild Abandon, not only because of what Norm says, but also because of one of the players. And listen closely as we get a couple of definitions of Wild Abandon. We begin with Norm and Jack Harte talking about the tagline, "Welcome to our world," on the Air Canada commercial, which leads to some voice lessons from Jack. And speaking of welcomes, Bonjour, France! Yet another country added to our simmering fandom. And the timing couldn't be better, as France plays a role in the dumb birthday game, too. The players: Jack Harte, Ed LeClair, who's producing and playing, Kevin in Kittery ME, Sally from Reading. She cares enough to ask how Norm is doing. Mary Ellen in Braintree. Norm recently got lost coming back from Brockton to Boston and traveled through Holbrook. He found it to be such a charming community that he bought a house and a little business and will be planting his roots as soon as he gets off the air. Larry in Orleans, Mass. On the Cape, who can't say when he's enjoyed himself, though he can't stop talking. The birthdays are as follows: Whitey Ford, Carrie Fisher, Elvin Bishop, and George Bell. We move to some dates in history. The first light bulb that really worked was turned on in Menlo Park by Thomas Edison in what year? In what year were women in France allowed to vote for the first time? Now Norm sings La Vie en Rose. Then Norm and Jack go all French on us. The USS Constitution, Old Ironsides, was launched in what year? I will inform you that the tape ends and switches sides, and then we hear the close of the game. But there's quite a nice prize for the winner. The Wild Abandon of Episode 60 begins now.
Hello, welcome to our world.
Welcome to the show.
Welcome to our world. What airline is that?
That is Air Canada.
Air Canada. Welcome to our world.
Welcome to our world. You've got to adjust your vibrato, you see.
Oh, your voice has to kind of a little tremble a bit.
Yes, and then you adjust it, and it gets a resonant tone.
Are you doing kind of like a Dracula thing? You don't mean
well, that'd be more of a sort of a deeper sort of a thing with a little bit of an accent thrown in.
That's true, yeah. Welcome to our world. Oh, yeah. And you're on your own, by the way, because all the police are on strike.
Oh.
You'll have no protect. Anyway, no, I just love the way you say all that kind of stuff. It's like you're auditioning for somebody.
Yes. Hey, you know who I ran into last weekend?
Ooh.
Went out to see your friend and mine, Linda Chase.
Oh, did you? You were over at the Ken Steakhouse.
Went over to Ken's Steakhouse and saw her a little bit of a show, did a little bit of a song myself, and
you sang with her?
I sang and played the piano.
No kidding.
Yeah.
What did you? I didn't know you played piano too.
A little bit, yeah.
Son of a gun. Now what did you play and sing?
My own arrangement, sort of a bogie-wogie version of "You Are My Sunshine."
You Are My Sunshine, a boogie-woogie version of "You Are My Sunshine."
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to picture how a boogie-woogie version of that would go.
Well, you know, heavy on the left hand on the piano, you know.
Oh, that's right, of course. Why didn't I think of that? Heavy on the left hand of the piano.
Yeah.
Of course. Of course.
How could you have missed it?
I don't know. You know, who else is going to play the game here? Now, what did you do? Did you go up to Linda and say, "I'm Jack Harte. Welcome to my world"?
Welcome.
And you asked her if you could sing with the group, or?
Well, no, she's a, you know, of course she's a delightful woman and has a good memory. She knew who I was when I came in, and because you know we've seen each other a number of times at different functions and such, and she asked if I wanted to because I've been there before and sang and played.
I see. Oh, I see.
And
okay.
so she said, "Well, do you want to come up and sing and play?" And I said, "Oh, me, I'm just so shy."
I can imagine that. Oh, me? Yeah. By that time, you're already there, knocking her off the piano stool, and you're sitting there playing. I know your type. Boy, I met your type. I met him all over the place. First time was in the Essex County Jail in Salem, and I think it was 1954.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, went out there with me and my honey. Went out and
The Essex County Jail, you spent...
Yes, we did. We played the piano at the Essex County Jail.
I see.
We were terribly shy.
Okay. We also have Eddie LeClair, of course, is a producer here at WBC.
Mm-hmm.
You guys ever met?
No, we haven't met yet.
No.
Haven't had the pleasure.
No.
Notice
Wouldn't know him if he bit me.
But I'll start hanging out at the steakhouse there looking for Jack now.
Yeah, that's because actually the food is quite. I don't want to know I'm plugging it, but the food is nice. But mostly to see Linda. She's really something special.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's see who else we got. I mentioned the staff now. Then we have Kevin in Kittery, Maine. Hi, Kevin.
Hey, how you doing? Welcome to my world.
No, you don't say that. Lower your voice a little bit. Could you teach him a little bit how to...
Yeah.
Welcome to my world. How would you say it? You tell him, Jack. Teach him.
Well, you see, what you got to do is you got to get some vibrato. So make your Adam's apple go up and down like this. And you see, you do that you practice with that, and then you sort of work it in to the whole phrase. Oh, welcome to my... Well, of course, in Maine...
Maybe in my next life.
In Maine, you might say something. You can't get to my world from here.
Yeah.
Welcome to my world.
Mm-hmm.
You and Tom Bosley got something to be desired there, Norm.
You think I sound like Tom Bosley? Huh?
He couldn't do a Maine accent worth a damn either.
I don't know whether that's quite so. He did an awful New England accent, but I'm from here, so I think I'm pretty good. Obviously, you don't think so, eh?
No.
It sounds like, the guy who did Mon Pa Kettle.
Yeah.
What's his name? She was Marjorie Maine, and he was...
There goes that vibrato.
Yeah. But he kind of had a singing kind of way of doing it. He'd say, hope we'll see each other again. And the voice would kind of ring up and down like that. Let's see. Marjorie Maine and... I can't think of who that fellow was.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen them very often lately. Usually on Saturday afternoons you'd see some of those.
I guess maybe we become much more sophisticated. Hey, we got Sally in Reading. Hello, Sally.
Good morning, Norm.
Hello.
How are you?
Nice. Do you hear that? She's asking me how I am. She cares.
I listen to you all the time, Norm, and I happen to wake up about 2:30, and I thought, this would be great. I'll try a birthday show.
Well, that's when I'm awfully glad. I'm awfully glad about that. Come closer, because I just want to throw my arms around you and lose myself in wild abandon. I don't know what wild abandon is. I think it's just north of Reading. Yeah. Just this side of Stoneham, I think, as I recall.
Yes.
Okay, you understand how the dumb birthday game goes? And this is sort of the dumb date game. I don't mean dating and, male and female kind of thing, but...
you want to go out for supper?
I got some tickets to some $25 gift certificate to a swell restaurant in Lowell. Why did I go through that? I don't know.
What's the address of the residence?
Yeah, I don't know what you just said, but I didn't know what I just said either, so what the heck. Okay, we have Mary Ellen, who's in Braintree.
Hello.
Hi, and getting lost coming back from Brockton to Boston. I not only traveled through Holbrook, which, as I mentioned earlier, I found to be such a charming community. I bought a house and a little business there, and I think I'm planting my roots there as soon as I get off the air. But I also traveled through your town of Braintree.
Woo-hoo.
Yeah. They're all starting to talk like you, Jack.
Oh.
Welcome to my world.
Oh, see what I mean?
Percy Kilbride.
Percy Kilbride, that's the guy's name. That's right. Percy Kilbride, Marjorie Maine was out there. There was one line in one of his movies that struck me funny, and a friend of mine, we used to repeat it every time we'd see each other. Somebody, I'll see you next week. Well, I hope so. I'll be looking for you. Maybe that wasn't the line. I'm not sure. Anyway, we'll see. Oh, we also have Larry, who's down on the Cape, down in Orleans. Hi, Larry.
Morning, Norm.
Morning, Larry. How things down there on the Cape?
I can't tell you when I've enjoyed myself.
Ever? You never enjoyed yourself? Was there another word to that?
No, I have. I just can't tell you when.
Okay.
Is it that you don't remember, or that it's too embarrassing to tell us?
Well, from all that's been going on so far, I seem to have forgotten everything up to this point in my whole life.
Wow.
Well, at least
What a
the night
game.
was good, yeah.
Well, that's not bad. You know, for somebody with bad memories, this program might be just that kind of therapy.
But the thing of it is, he's not going to know who anybody is.
That's right, too. You won't recognize the names I mentioned, so you can't guess their age. Oh, my goodness.
He was in a what? A movie?
And what is a movie?
That's the thing.
I am just looking forward to this with such abandon.
With wild abandon. Not such abandon, wild abandon.
That too. Such wild abandon.
Wild abandon.
That's a tree, isn't it?
Pardon me?
That's a tree, isn't it?
Yes, and if you touch the leaves on a cluster of 3, you're bound to be itchy for the next 3 months.
That's right. And if you think I'm going to give a plug for that powdery stuff.
That's a lot more than I really wanted to know.
Okay, here we go. Today is the birthday. This is, of course, October 21st.
Yes, it is.
That's what I need to kind of confirm what I'm saying.
Oh, no, I thought you were looking for confirmation. I made mine, you know.
No, you make your confirmation. You already did. You already did. You wore a nice little white suit.
Just before the show came on.
Okay, very good. Okay,
I'm all set.
Are you going to talk through this entire thing? Is this a?
I'm going to try.
Are you going to be a problem on this thing?
I'm going to try not to, but I treat this as a long trip. Go before you go. All right.
Go before you go. Go before you go. Yeah, that's like pre-recorded. Recorded before you record it, or something.
How about recorded before a live audience?
Shut up!
Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad.
Okay, well, Whitey Ford. Anyway, we're talking about birthdays. People born on October 21st. Whitey Ford. His first name was Edward. I don't know whether you know that or not, whether you even care, but that was it. Former Yankee pitcher and Hall of Famer. Born in New York City, he won a record 10 World Series games. Imagine that.
10?
Most of us haven't even hardly won one, and he won 10.
Won one?
Yeah. This lefty had he's going to keep talking. I know he can. I'm getting a terrible feeling about this. This lefty had an overall record of 236 wins, 106 losses. Among pitchers with over 200 wins, his percentage of 690 was an all-time high. I love baseball, I really do, but sometimes the statistics just go on and on and on.
Sure do.
Yeah, yes they do. I can confirm that one. I was right there too. I'm just so glad. It's so comforting to have somebody endorse what you say.
Yeah,
okay, Kevin, we're going to start with Kevin.
I'd say 64, Norm.
Why don't we just take this program, flush it down the toilet, and start anew.
It is a pretty dumb game, huh?
It is a dumb game, that's true, and I appreciate you for helping us do it even dumber. But
64, Norm.
Whitey Ford is 64, says Kevin. And Sally, what do you think?
I'm going to say 65.
Sally's going to say 65. And what are you going to say, Mary Ellen?
He's a lefty.
Yeah, will that determine his age?
Does that make a difference?
Oh, my God.
Then he must be 64.
64 if he's a lefty. And if he were righty, who knows?
Right.
Okay, Larry, what do you think?
About what?
Who knows?
Just his age? I would have to say, I will say he's 67. I thought he died also, but,
No, I don't believe so.
Well, then-
Not that I'm aware of.
well...
I'm going to check. Hold on a minute. I'm going to check. I'm checking another source. If he has died, then that means
His birthday's what?
that we have to whip you.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I don't know. That's one of the rules the person who did the show before I did made up.
Then I hope he died twice.
I hope he died twice. I don't quite get that.
Wow.
No,
Sounds like a curse. I hope you die twice.
no, so far, no, he's still alive.
Is he?
Yeah, he's still alive. Okay, what do you
Well,
say?
he's still 67 then.
Eddie, what do you think?
Well, he played for the Yankees.
Yes, he did.
I think he's older. I think he's 72 because he would have been playing with those 1950s teams.
Okay, that's a good logical way to think that out. And
I believe he came to the Yankees with Vicky Mantle.
Is this still Larry?
Yep.
Uh-huh.
I believe he did. There was a story about that with he and Yogi Berra. You know that story.
Well, I'm going to say yes, so just so I don't have to hear it now. Yes, I do.
You know how good it was.
Yeah, okay, let me go on with Jack Harte, okay, if that's okay with you, Larry. We'll ask Jack.
It's not a problem.
May I have your permission to talk
Certainly
with Jack Harte? Okay.
Wait a minute. I'll just shut up here.
Will you be quiet?
I will.
No, really be quiet, because you can push this so far. After a while, some of the humor kind of drains out.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, after about 6 hours of this, I think I'm ready to leap off the top of the WBZ broadcast tower. Jack, what do you think? How old do you think Whitey Ford is?
Oh, when somebody asks me to stop talking, I stop talking because I'm not one of these people who keep on talking when somebody asks me to stop talking. So I just shut up. There's no reason to keep on talking if somebody doesn't want to keep it on talking. Let's see. We know he's a left-hander. But do we know his hat size?
Yes, we do. It's 6 3/4.
6 3/4.
Yeah,
That's pretty small for a lefty.
Yeah, that's right. He's a lefty. No, lefties are known for small heads.
Just at the top, though.
Yeah. Also, very small glove sizes. You asked him, they had to make his pitcher's glove. They had to make a special one for Whitey Ford because his hand was just a little tiny little hand. Yeah, they padded it a lot to make it look big, because otherwise the opposing batter would just get too self-assured.
For this, I shut up.
Maybe you're right. Maybe you better start talking again.
I would say he's 71.
71, okay. Whitey Ford actually is 67 years old today.
Guess who said that?
Larry from Orleans. My God, he's probably going to win and everything. The winner, incidentally, in addition to all the other swell stuff, wins. Well, you're down in Orleans. It's hard for you to get to the theater in Boston.
It's kind of hard, but what?
To get to the theater in Boston.
I go to Boston a lot, Norm.
Do you?
Yeah. What big city is that near?
Boston is actually, what big city is it? It's right near Holbrook.
I see. I got it now.
Yeah, you know what that is.
All set.
Okay, Carrie Fisher, the actress, daughter of Eddie Fisher and Debbie Reynolds. She appeared in the Star Wars films as Princess Leia, and she wrote a book about her drug problems, Postcards from the Edge, which became a movie. She was married to Paul Simon. Other books include Surrender the Pink and Delusions of Grandma, and also she was in that movie.
Hello.
With Billy. Wait a minute, I'm trying to think of the movie. Billy Crystal was in that. What was that movie she was in?
Oh, now I can't remember it, but I know exactly the one that you're talking about. He was in with Meg Ryan.
Oh, Meg Ryan.
Harry Met Sally.
Thank you very much.
When Harry Met Sally, that's right. Who was the guy who took a great liking to her? He's a fine actor, too, and I'm not sure of his name.
Kirby Bruno, I think is his name.
Bruno Kirby.
Oh, Bruno Kirby. Okay.
Excellent. That was a lovely movie. I really love it. That's why she was faking an orgasm in the theater.
Right in the restaurant there.
And it was Rob Reiner who directed that, whose mother said, "I'll have what she had." Remember that movie?
Yes.
Yeah, that was Rob Reiner's mother. You're all showbiz kind of people, so you all know that.
Yeah, we're hip to that.
Okay. Carrie Fisher. Jack, what do you think? How old is she?
Carrie Fisher.
Yeah.
Carrie Fisher. She could be a number of ages. How old is Debbie Reynolds? She's got to be 72. So that would make Carrie Fisher...
Look, this is like looking inside a computer, isn't it? Watching the way it works.
Let's see. That would make her...
Her father was an alcoholic for a while, Eddie Fisher, if that'll help you at all.
That'll age her.
Jan had, of course, was thrown aside by Elizabeth Taylor. So that would come out in her age also. That
sure.
Be a factor also,
too. Yeah. And then she wore those Danish pastry in her head in Star Wars.
Yeah, that's right. So that would be an indication of something.
Let's see. How old did you have to be to wear Danish pastry?
There's a rule in Denmark, but I don't think they made the movie there.
Let me see. I believe you have to be at least 23 to wear them, and that was roughly 20 years ago. So I'm going to guess that she's 44.
Okay. Ed, what do you think?
Well, I used a completely different set of figures to come up with my total, but I actually matched Jack exactly, so I'm saying 44 as well.
I see. Well, you know, the whatchamacallit, the Danish pastry formula is fairly reliable.
Has been tested in clinics.
And we're going to prove it again.
Just today.
Just a moment, right after this word from your local announcer.
Mm-hmm.
Larry, what do you think? How old do you think Carrie Fisher is?
I have to say that she's 41.
41.
Soon to be 42, but she's 41.
41 today. Okay.
Right now.
Yeah, okay.
This moment.
And Mary Ellen, what do you think?
Now.
44?
44. You're going to say 44 also. And Sally?
I'm going to say 39.
You're going to say 39.
39.
Okay. And Kevin, what are you going to say?
38.
38. You know 39 is exactly right?
Ooh.
Yeah, she is 30. Carrie Fisher's 39 years old today.
I guess my pastry was a little off.
Yeah. I would...
It can be, but...
Maybe there's something you could tighten up in the prune Danish that will give you a little more accurate reading.
The force was not with it.
I guess it was not. Okay, Elvin Bishop. Is that a well-known rock? That's a well-known rock
Sort of
person.
country rock.
Yes, that's true. Guitarist, former member of the Paul Butterfield Blues Band.
Mm-hmm.
His biggest hit, you know what that was?
I fooled around and fell in love.
Exactly, and that was in 1976.
Whew, that's the spirit.
Oh, yes. Yes. I fooled around and I fell in love. I remember that just so well.
It was one of those patriotic hits.
It was a wonderful, wonderful hit.
Oh, boy.
Mary Ellen, what do you think? How old is Elvin Bishop?
I do not know this man of whom you speak.
Huh. You do not know this? You see not know this man of whom we speak? Welcome to our world. Here in the middle.
So he's 47.
He's 47. Mary Ellen says, a man of whom she does not recognize, of whom we speak, is 47 years and moons long. 47 years and moons long. Wow. What is that? Okay. Sally, what do you think?
Generally, they're a little bit older when they hit their first hit in country and western. I'm going to say, you said 1976? Is that his big hit?
1976 was his big hit, yes.
I'm going to say 51.
51. Okay. That was his... I know, I remember the melody with that again now. Yeah.
Yeah, can you hum a few bars?
I'd be happy to hum a few bars.
Would love that.
Oh, fooled around, fell in love. I guess I don't remember it. No,
I guess it wasn't that exciting.
No. I remember playing it in the record store and then deciding not to buy it.
That's actually kind of a nice tune.
That one. Well, maybe we can put words to that too.
Ring a bell.
Yeah. How about you, Kevin? What do you think about Elvin Bishop? How old do you think he is?
46.
46. Okay, and Larry, what do you say?
49.
49, says Larry. Okay, Ed, what do you say?
43.
And Jack?
Let's see. I think he had been doing stuff with other country rock bands beforehand. So I'm thinking that he was a little bit older when he did the thing, but not like 1,000. 52.
Say that again the way you did that.
52.
That was so nice, wasn't it? That is really nice.
Give him a round of applause.
Yeah. Elvin Bishop actually is 53. So that means that Jack at 52 did come the closest. Nobody said 54, so Jack is the sole winner there. We have a different winner for each of the three ages we've guessed so far. Sally, Larry, and Jack. That sounds like the... yeah, that's right. Yeah.
There's a law firm you want to screw with.
Yeah, the three Stooges, ladies and gentlemen. Sally, Larry, and Jack. Okay. Ooh, that felt so good on my upper gum. George Bell. Did you know he was born in the Dominican Republic? I didn't know that. The baseball guy?
Sounds familiar.
George, no, fine baseball player. He's with the Chicago White Sox. He was so fine, I don't have a single statistic about him, just that he played with the Chicago White Sox.
Good.
And he was born in the Dominican Republic.
Born in the Dominican Republic, that's right.
His Presidente will be up soon.
And you're not thinking of Castro from Cuba, are you?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, this is the Dominican Republic. Whole different country.
Oh, well,
Yes.
I got lost. I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, it's easy to do that.
It's late, you know.
No, it's understandable. Boy, is he dumb.
The island of Hispaniola.
Okay. Anyway, George Bell. Let's start with you, Larry. What do you think?
Well, I would think that. Would just his name really quick?
Would his name really click?
No. Can you repeat his name really?
Oh, or repeat his name.
Well, I guess that's gone by the boards now. It's not going to be quick no matter what now.
Yeah, well, no, I'll tell you it was George Bell. I know
George
that
Bell,
you
that's right.
I just said that because I know you want to stall a little bit while you think of how old you think he is.
Yeah, I've got to say he's 63.
You've got to say he's 63.
So his name wouldn't
From
click.
what I've heard.
His name wouldn't click at all. I guess it would ring.
Thanks, Jack.
That really went over really well.
Just one of those, statistical notes.
No, you don't. No.
You see.
No, you keep trying different things, and if they don't go over, you don't get embarrassed. You just try again.
Absolutely, that's me.
Yeah, no matter how silly and foolish it sounded, you just don't get embarrassed. You don't say, boy, I just said something really so dumb. It was really, silence greeted me was so bad. But
Well,
I'll continue to go.
I have no shame. Not an ounce.
Okay, Kevin, how old do you think George Bell is?
No clue.
Well, I've got no
All right,
shame.
let me pick a number between 1 and 100, all right?
Excellent idea.
How about 54? How's that?
54 is a good number between those two numbers you suggested.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, well, what do you think, Sally?
I've never heard of him, so I'm going to have to take a wild guess. I'm going to say 58.
58. Okay, this is the last person. We're going to guess dates soon. Because George Bell was the last one I thought might be reasonably known. The others are even less known, but...
Oh, good.
Mary Ellen, what do you say?
I say 66.
66.
Is he related to Alexander?
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. He's related to Alexander Graham Bell.
Yeah.
He's also related to
Graham Crackers.
the Graham Crackers. That's right.
You used to call
And
his
of course-
mother Ma.
Yeah.
Graham Nash.
Graham Nash is good, too. I don't have any idea what they're talking
They have
about.
a ringlet with all those bells in it.
And of course, his cousin, his cousin from the lower portion was the Southern Belle.
Ed, what do you think?
I'm going to say that he is 40.
That he is 40. Okay, and what do you say, Jack?
Wonder if he had any appeal as a sports yeah, just a funny little thing.
His name almost rings a bell to me.
He could be any age. How long has it been the Dominican
Well,
Republic?
he could be any age in a sense, I suppose, in a philosophical sense, he could be any age. But
If we looked at time more horizontally than linearly.
I think so. If we thought, where are we going? Where have we been? If we get into that kind of a gear, I think that would be. But when you think of it maybe literally and physically, then
Is the Dominican Republic anywhere near Kittery?
yes, it's right next to it. It's a matter of fact, you may know it by its Indian name.
York?
No, Newcastle.
Ah, okay.
Newcastle. Okay, George Bell, what do you think, Jack?
Oh, he's got to be in his mid 56.
56. 56. Okay, actually, George Bell's only 36 years old. And the ages went all the way up to 66. The closest is Ed, who said 40. And he was pretty close, and considering all the other guesses. So you were just 4 years older.
I thought he was a lot younger than everybody else was.
Yeah, I'm going to look up that. That seems kind of young, but he was playing up to fairly recently. I'm gonna look him up into another book. See, I have a lot of big sources of stuff. We have the WBZ reference library. You ought to come see it, Larry, one day. That's really just down
I
outside.
was just going to ask if you had tours.
You know what the most impressive part is all the monks copying all the other books by hand.
Yeah, that's really
Really
one
kind
of
of nice to see.
a lot of people like to see those guys with the long skirts just sitting there with their quilts. And
And they don't even work there.
no, that's right. That's the I'm thinking of the program department. Excuse me, and the general manager. Anyway, let me see. Wait a minute. Hold on a minute here. This is really so
Do
exciting.
we have a choice, Norm?
A choice of
Or
what?
Hang on.
No, you don't have a choice. You have to hang on. Okay, birthdays today. Here's the other source. And Whitey Ford. Wait a minute.
He waited.
Hold on a minute. Oh, no, we already did Whitey Ford. This is George Bell.
The only one they got right.
Yeah, he's former baseball player born at San Pedro de Macorís in the Dominican Republic. This other source defines the exact spot.
Where was that?
San Pedro de Macorís in the Dominican Republic. So we just said the Dominican
See
Republic.
if I had known that.
Yeah, if you'd known that would have helped a lot. But we put a pin on our map just to indicate where another one of our birthday persons was born. There we go. Okay, anyway, let's go to some dates. I'll give you events. Okay, this is
I
exciting.
thought we were going to talk about dates, like pitted dates, candied dates, fresh dates.
No, we're really not, though, but that's not a bad idea.
I can use a date.
And perhaps... Oh, jeez.
Well, can we send you some raisins?
Yeah.
Okay, here's some events that happened on October 21st. I'll tell you about them, and then you tell me what year they happened. First light bulb that really worked was turned on by Thomas Edison in Menlo Park, New Jersey, lasting 40 hours before burning out and electrocuting Thomas Edison and his entire family and one block of homes nearby.
And that's just before he leaned into it and said, hello, operator?
That's right. He brought his wife down. You know the whole story, yeah.
Sure.
Brought his wife down to see this invention of his. It's
Wait a
created.
minute. You said he electrocuted him. That means he's dead.
Yeah, that's right. He is dead, isn't he? Have you read the
Yeah,
papers
but that
lately?
didn't kill him, did it?
Yeah.
Well, the last time
No,
we
he
heard
got
Thomas
shot.
Edison going anywhere.
Oh, he didn't get. Actually, no, that part I made up. I wouldn't take myself too literally if I were you.
You scared me there for a minute.
No, what happened was he leaned into. Jack was just telling the story. He invented the electric light bulb. So, but he wasn't sure exactly what it was he invented. He wasn't sure of it. So he brought his wife down his laboratory in Menlo Park, New Jersey, and he said, "Honey," he always called her honey because he couldn't remember her name, which actually was Bruce. So anyway, he leaned.
I wouldn't want to remember that.
Okay, no, he leaned into the bulb, and he said, "What's the way this works? I've been working on this so long. I'm so glad. I think we got something here." He leaned into the bulb and said, "Hello." Boy, I wish you told that story.
I thought he said, Henry, this will give you a better idea.
Anyway, he
No, I
invented
didn't say
a
that.
workable electric light at his laboratory in Menlo Park, New Jersey. What was the year? It happened on October 21st. And that's when he invented it. Right after he said, hello, yeah.
Operator, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll start with you, Kevin. What year was that happened?
know. 1907, how's that?
1907. Okay. What do you think, Sally?
Let me see. 1931.
1931.
You're in darkness.
I'm
all
sorry.
the
I'm
way
sorry.
yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was born in 1925.
That's an error.
Sure.
How about 1877?
Oh, we're forgetting 1931?
Yes.
1877. Okay.
Hello, I can't see the radio here without the light bulb.
I I can't. Yeah, that's right. I can't. I don't even have a light bulb in my refrigerator. They haven't invented them yet.
Every time you open the door, you have to strike a match and light the candle.
And, let me see. That's a frozen something, isn't it? What is this? They all peas, broccoli, and all feels the same here. Oh, I'm sorry. That's a tray of ice cubes. Boy, I wish they'd invent the bulb so I could. Okay.
Can't see this television for beans. Yeah.
Okay, Mary Ellen, what do you say?
I say 1902.
1902. Okay, we'll mark that down there. Sure, 1902. Sure. Larry, what do you think?
1846.
1846. Okay, that'd be handy, wouldn't it? 1846.
Yeah, sure. I can see the Declaration of Independence.
You know, when you see it, it don't look so good. Eddie LeClair, what do you think? LeClair is sort of like a bulb, isn't it? LeClair means the light.
The light in French. And
or moon. Does that mean the moon?
No, lune means the moon.
Oh, lune means the
Clair
moon.
means the light. So Clair de la Lune is the light of the moon.
Light of the moon, that's right.
And 1894 is when the light bulb was invented.
1894, okay. With a name like LeClair, you ought to know.
I hope so.
With a name like LeClair, it has to be good. Jack, what do you say?
Let's see. 1800.
1800
And 1632. 1889.
1889. Okay, a lot of you came very close. It was 1879.
Whoa.
Wow.
1879. So the closest would have been Sally, who said 1877.
Oh, wow.
Very, yeah. Did you really mean 1931?
No, I didn't. I meant to say, no, I didn't.
You were thinking they were talking about the electric can opener.
No, I was thinking of your birthday, Norm.
You were thinking of my birthday?
Birth year.
Oh, my birth year, and you said 1931.
But I meant to say 1937 for you.
Oh, 1937. Either way is pretty good.
Yeah, right.
Buttering you up.
Oh, that'd be nice, yeah. Okay, so now Sally has two correct answers, and we have one apiece from Larry, Ed, and Jack.
Do you know that Thomas Edison actually invented the word filament while he was creating his light bulb? He had used over 2,000 different strands of what he came to call filament across the thing. And in the process of doing that, he just sort of threw together a couple of syllables and said, it's a filament.
Because he needed to find that device that would not burn up right away.
Yes.
And be able to handle all that heat. That's interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah, eventually impregnating a piece of string with carbon.
I'm sorry?
And eventually impregnating a piece of string with carbon, and when his wife saw him, boy, was he in trouble.
Oh. Well, he was wearing that dress, copying the words of the book there.
Larry, you know something? You're okay. I don't care what they say about you on the Cape, or whether they're trying to rezone the entire town of Orleans to get you out of there. I think you're okay.
I don't know why I've got to learn about filaments.
Well, it's good to know. What if anybody asks you, give me the derivative of the word filament, and you could say, well, Thomas Edison invented it.
I'd rather say I don't know.
Okay.
What do you think?
Okay, I'd rather you did say that and believe it and be quiet about it. I'd say that.
Every time he tells you to be quiet, somebody says something dumb. Watch.
We already just heard it.
When I was a kid, I went over to Detroit, and most of his shops, Edison shops, are over there. They have a village over there in Detroit. Henry Ford bought them during the Depression, and he set them all up in the village over there.
That'd be interesting to see. There's also
very interesting.
Also, there's a place. What's the name of the place where the Red Sox are now training down in Florida?
Fort Myers.
Fort Myers. Near Fort Myers, there's a Thomas. What am I saying? Thomas Edison had his summer home there next to Henry Ford's home, and that's been made into a museum. And some of his phonographs are there, and you can see teeth marks in the wood cabinet because he lost his hearing. Remember, he got hit in the head. At first, he lost one ear, and then his hearing generally went very bad.
I read a book that he got hauled onto a train. He was working
Well, no, that's right. That's right. The
And he got hauled up by the ear.
That's right.
Because he was late.
That's right. Yeah, I guess that's right. I'm thinking of that's the Spencer Tracy, Mickey Rooney version. I remember, but I think you're right though. It did happen that way. In any event, later in life, his hearing went, and here he is dealing with sound, and the only way he could hear the phonograph was by vibrations through his teeth. So you can see the phonographs with teeth marks in them in the cabinet. I know that sounds like a joke, but it must have been so frustrating to this man to try to hear what it was he was putting together, and finally did it, which makes him all the more amazing.
Can you imagine if he lived into, like, say, the jazz age? Oh, I just look at a good song. Oh, I didn't have...
That's exactly what I was imagining, Jack.
That place over in Detroit, it's right behind the test track. I think it's called Greenwich Village, something like that. And he brought things during the Depression from all over the world, like Dutch windmills, the whole 9 yards, Swiss clock shops.
Oh, he was no question about it.
There's a whole village over there, and you can go through on a tour. See all these famous buildings from famous people.
Okay, let's.
Bill Gibbons used to listen to sounds in trees.
With his teeth?
Yeah.
Okay, here's another anniversary date. Women in France were allowed to vote for the first time, and that happened on October 21st. Can you imagine what year that might have been in France? Women in France allowed to vote for the first time?
Well, they're pretty liberal over there.
Well, so you think it might have really gone back a lot of years then in that case, huh? Okay. All right, I'll call in you, Jack, first then. What do you think? Women's vote in France, the year they first were allowed to vote. What was the year here?
21.
Was it 21?
I think so, no, I'm not.
Yeah? Okay, so the question is, did they vote before women in America or after?
Did they vote before women in America or after?
That's the question that's facing the town meeting at this time. And you, sir, may go right ahead. Just state your name and the street you live on so that the reporter might properly document it. And go right ahead. You have only 2 hours to give your answer.
Well, I would say that in France, given the culture and the revolutions that have gone on...
I think you're out of order, sir. Would you?
Well, then you'll get back your coin if you just jiggle the handle.
Thank you. Oh, God, we're so silly, but so friendly and warm. So what if we say stupid things? At least we're warm and friendly. Where else are you going to hear warm, friendly talk at 8 minutes before 4 o'clock in the morning?
Right after this is over.
Do you have any idea what you just said, Larry, what that means? Does that have a meaning or anything? Obviously not, so we'll just move along. What do you think, Jack? Anyway, what year was that?
Oh, let's see. They give us the Statue of Liberty, so that must mean that they're a free country.
Want me to sing La Vie en Rose? I can do that in French.
Sure.
Quand il me prend dans ses bras, il me parle tout bas, je vois la vie en rose. Il est... I can't go on. I get a sour stomach by the second chorus. But I like the language of France because you can say most anything, and it always sounds so terribly romantic. You know, like vous avez, ma chérie, vous avez un visage comme un grand. Will you shut up, Larry? For God's sake! I'm in the middle of shtick. When a guy is in the middle of shtick, you must fermer la bouche.
I didn't speak.
Okay, I'll tell you that later on, sometime when we get rid of Larry. Anyway, Jack, the women's vote in France. What year was that?
Women's vote in France. Let's see. 1900 and or et.
Easy with that.
Oh, sorry. I was inhaling.
You nearly sucked in my microphone.
1911.
1912?
Yeah.
11, or is that 12?
I think it's 12.
That's what you meant, was 1912.
Yeah, that's what I meant anyway.
Okay. Okay, what do you think, Ed?
I think 1927. I think they're a little later.
1927.
That we were here.
Okay, what do you think, Larry? I think Larry hung up on us. God is looking down and smiling on us. Larry's not there, I don't believe. I guess he's not.
Well, wouldn't we hear a dial tone?
I would think so.
We should.
Maybe we're getting silent treatment.
Yeah, well, it could be. I just plugged him out.
Unless he gets really tired really fast, or has like that sleeping disease where, just like in a boom, he just snorking away.
Yeah. Well, anyway, he's gone. He's gone.
He's no longer with us.
That's so sad. Okay, Mary Ellen, what do you say?
I say the French Revolution was 13 years after ours. Therefore, they must have gotten the vote 13 years after we did. So, 1932.
1932, you say?
We.
Ouais. Okay, the line I was going to say that sounds so beautiful in French. Like one example would be, Mary Ellen, ma chérie, vous avez un visage comme un grand vache. Un grand pièce de fromage. N'est-ce pas?
You are the big cheese?
Yeah, so you have a face like a cow, big cow, or you have a face like a big piece of cheese.
Oh.
Is that not so?
That must be a melancholy baby.
Yeah, that's right. You have a face like a melon, and or a head like a melon, a tête like a melon, and a visage comme un collie. If anybody really speaks French, they must be going through fits listening to this mangling of their language. Sally, what do you think? How old? I mean, what was the year that the women got the vote? The date was this date, October 21st.
I'm going to hope to think they were before this country, so I'm going to say probably about 1915, 14.
1915 or 14? Which
I
one?
have a choice.
Why'd you average it out?
15.
19, yeah, or 1914 and a half.
Okay, good.
Kevin, what do you think?
Prenez pas mon petit chiffre. 23, my little cauliflower.
Say that again in French?
In the year 23?
Yeah.
In 1923.
1920.
Oh. Okay. Okay, actually the year was 1945.
Wow.
This is just the 50th anniversary of the vote for women in France. No, so that was fairly recent.
Wow.
And Mary Ellen said 1932.
Woohoo!
So Mary Ellen is the closest, but no, the only Sally has two. Let's do just one more very quickly. This is the. Let's see. Hold on, let me see. This is the U.S. frigate, the Constitution, also known as Old Ironsides, was launched in Boston Harbor on October 21st. Also, we'll get through this quickly because we're coming up to news time. But what year would that have been? What year was Old Ironside launched? And Kevin, what do you think? What year was that?
1847.
1847. And what do you think, Sally?
1849.
Okay, and Mary Ellen?
1895.
1895. And Ed?
1781.
1781. And what do you think, Jack?
Did they have him in the wheelchair back then?
Old Irons? I would guess so. Yeah, if it were launched last year, I guess they wouldn't use that phrase.
Of course, in 1897, they called it New Ironsides.
That's true. That is true.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I think that's about as far as we can go.
Oh.
I know this is just so darn much fun. Sally is the winner. Actually, Sally and Jack both tied with... No, and Ed and Sally tied with 2 apiece.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so Sally... Would you like a couple of tickets?
I would love a couple of tickets.
To see, well, let me tell you what.
Well, I got a couple of parking tickets. I'll send right off.
No, a couple of tickets to the Late Night Catechism. Are you aware of that show?
Oh, I'd love that show, Norm.
Okay, we'll send you a couple. If you get those, that's not the total prize, because we want to get that out quickly. And sometimes it
Being
takes
a
me...
21-year product of parochial schools, I'll certainly enjoy that.
Pardon me?
I had 21 years of parochial school.
Oh, did you?
Did you keep on getting kept back?
Yeah.
Pardon me?
Did you keep on getting kept back?
I can't hear you, dear.
Did you keep on getting kept back?
No. After from kindergarten through college.
Oh. Okay.
No.
Ed LeClair will take your name and address.
Yep.
And we'll send both the late night catechism tickets out, and also you get the usual kind of junky stuff that we give out for the winners of the dumb birthday game.
Norman, I just want to say that I listen to you all the time.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate
I spoke
that.
to you about 4 years ago when my son was starting school, and now he's graduating. He's going down to Nashville.
Oh, really?
Wants to break into the music business in some way.
Well, good luck to him. I hope things work out.
I do too.
Okay, and I want to thank, let's see, Kevin, thanks a million. You're a pleasure to be with.
Let me just say, hi, Mom, hi, Dad, now go to sleep.
I guess they must have been listening. And let's see, Sally's going to hang on the line because she's won. And Mary Ellen, a pleasure to talk with you.
The same here.
Okay, and that's same for you, Ed.
Okay.
And also, okay, and you, Jack.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I think Norm summed up the show nicely with the following quote. We're so silly, but so friendly and warm. So what if we say stupid things? At least we're warm and friendly. Closing the vault and riding the radio waves home. For Air Canada, the Essex County Jail, Linda Chase, Ken Steakhouse, Tom Bosley, Marjorie Main, Percy Kilbride, the Dominican Republic, the one near Kittery, Henry Ford, narcoleptic callers, summer home museums, windmills and clock shops, long skirts and quills, Menlo Park, the magic time-traveling capabilities of the lightbulb, wild abandon, Ed LeClair, Jack, welcome to our world, Harte, and Monsieur Norm Nathan. I'm Tony Nesbitt.